Yo, what is up, guys? Paps here, back with another video. And again, I'm going to be answering a question that I get a lot in my YouTube comments, my streams, all that stuff. I may have spoken about this in a prior directional arrow video, and I also know that I've made a video directly answering why you should have air roll and power slide as a combined binding, but I've not obviously made a video answering this question directly. And that question is, should I be using air roll even if I'm learning directional air roll? And to give you guys a quick answer before I elaborate, the answer is yes. You should be still using air roll in conjunction with directional air roll. Now that I've said yes, I'm going to explain to you guys why exactly you should be using air roll, even if you are learning directional air roll. With that being said, I have played with and against players that use only directional air roll. By that I mean they're using air roll left and right together, and if you get good enough at those two bindings, potentially I can see a way in which you can cover any weakness you would have not using air roll. But I still think that there are certain instances where using air roll and having your power slide button bound with your air roll button is a lot more efficient. And yeah, I'm gonna show you guys right now. So number one, probably the most important reason why you should have air roll: wave dashes and recoveries. So this kind of goes without saying logically. You can't really have a power slide bind with your directional air roll, because if you do, you're holding down the power slide button, but your car is rolling left or right, whichever one you use. But with air roll, you can kind of have the power slide button bound, and if you're just pressing the air roll button, you're not actually air rolling. So it makes it easy. Your car kind of stays in the same spot, and as you can see here, for the most part, I'm having no problem wave dashing and power sliding, keeping my momentum and flipping around the fields, keeping my speed, doing some chain dashes, what I'm saying, some mechanical type ish. But if I use air roll left, I don't have power slide bound. I can maybe press it at the same time, but it's a lot more button presses, it's a lot more clunky. I think air roll is better. And for recoveries, again, logically kind of makes sense. If you're only able to roll your car in one direction, like that spot I was just in right there, I have to air roll my car all the way around from this spot to land on my wheels, which again is possible, but it's a lot more efficient and speedier, to get my car in that spot and then air roll to the right and just be power sliding out of the recovery to keep some more momentum. Again, like this, air roll to the right with air roll, boom, I'm there. I think that's a lot more efficient, a lot better, a lot more precise, because you're able to control exactly where your car goes on your recoveries rather than only being able to roll to one side. Again, it's possible to use only directional air roll, just it's not better, which is why I continue to use air roll. Okay, number two, ground shots that require air roll. And what I mean by that is, those shots where you don't really need to aerial to the ball, but you can kind of jump and reach it by just single jumping and then flipping into it. And I'll give you guys some examples right now. Hopefully the ball stays low. It's perfect. So like something like that where boom, I'm able to kind of jump and air roll into the ball. And as you can see, I'm on the right side of the field. I'm going to explain to you why. It's easier to use air roll. I'm on the right side of the field here, so it's a lot easier for me to do that, as you just saw right there. Air roll to the right with air roll and kind of be fat fingering my X and square button, which X is jump and square is air roll. A lot easier for me to do that and get my car in the right position to actually hit the ball with power than it is to, I'll show you guys, on this side of the field, kind of have to twist my car all the way around with air roll left, because I can only spin to that left side. And again, that's specific to me because I use air roll left. It would be the same thing opposite on this side of the field if you used air roll right. you'd want to be using air roll and air roll to the left to get your car in position to put it with power on net or on the backboard, whatever. So yeah, I mean, again, you can use a directional air roll to hit those shots. It's just a lot more efficient and a lot better mechanically, in my opinion, to use air roll, which is, again, why I do. So that's 2 reasons. Ground air roll shots, I still use air roll. Recoveries, wave dashes. Another minor reason, I say minor because not everyone does it, is I use my air roll to speed flip, and in my opinion, I think it's a lot easier than using a directional air roll because I air roll to both the right and the left, as I'm going to show you guys right now. Left speed flip, right speed flip, and I'm using air roll to correct my car after the speed flip. Again, that's easier for me. It might not be easier for you, but that's another reason why you could be using air roll. Another reason, which doesn't happen as often or as frequently for me, is those minor adjustments to reach the ball in an awkward spot in the air that you otherwise wouldn't be able to get to, air rolling to one side. I'll try to show you guys an example. So maybe like right there. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to touch that ball if I didn't air roll to the right. My car's like this, maybe. I don't know. I'm trying to like give you guys an example. It's hard because it doesn't happen that frequently. But say if my car's like this and I want to hit it, air roll to the right to be able to touch that ball rather than air roll left all the way back around, if that makes sense. With that being said, I do use air roll left like 98 to 99% of the time when I'm in the air. I'm using air roll left. So this situation happens a lot less frequently, but for those instances where it does happen, it is very useful and helpful to know how to use air roll in conjunction with directional air roll to have full control of your ball touches while you're in the air. That is something I still do. Like I said, I have been getting better and better with using air roll as well as air roll left in the air. Very infrequently, not really needed for the most part. But like I said, those instances where it is needed, I've scored plenty of goals that I wouldn't otherwise if I didn't have as good of a grasp at air roll. So yeah, those are a bunch of reasons why you should be using air roll still with directional air roll. Air roll left, air roll right. And again, I'm sorry if I reiterated some topics and you guys were only expecting new information. Maybe some of this information is new. I'm not sure if I talked about all of it. But this video was for people that maybe are browsing my channel or directly searching on the YouTube search bar, the question and the title. And like I said, perhaps a lot of you guys in my on my YouTube subscriber list, my boys, my homies, my dudes, maybe you guys didn't hear me answer these questions either, or you haven't watched the video and you guys were curious yourself. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry if I rambled on a little bit too long, but I feel like I explained myself pretty well and elaborated on why you should be using air roll with directional air roll. Yeah, like, subscribe, comment, all those good things. Happy New Year. Love you guys. Appreciate you. See you in the next one. Peace.